What's up, YouTube? We are safe from the fires. Our rental is still standing. Our new place is still standing. Thank goodness. Things did get pretty scary there. We weren't in a mandatory evacuation zone, but we did evacuate because those fires were a little too close for comfort. So we felt it's better evacuate now, better be safe than sorry. So we evacuated to Sean's office and kind of just hung out there and watched the news. But one thing I've learned from this is that the news just gives you anxiety. Well, it's nice to be informed in real time. Boy, oh boy, does it stress you out. A hard fact of life is that the world keeps spinning, but we're doing what we can to help others, so it is what it is. Anyways, I am going to be updating you on house stuff, which I know you guys have been loving. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I hired an interior designer to help me make some changes. Primarily bigger doors, adding some windows, and just doing some other functional things that I would like to have before we move in, which is going to be pretty soon. Now, when it came to looking for an interior designer, it was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. It was kind of hard to find someone who mainly did small, normal residential projects. And I would Google Los Angeles designer, and for some reason, only these huge designer websites who do mainly commercial stuff would pop up. So maybe I was just searching the wrong things. But in the few cases that I did find an interior designer for residential projects, they kind of didn't really match my style. So, of course, with anything I search nowadays, I took it to TikTok and I found Samantha Sinclair Design. I did contact a few other designers, but honestly, Samantha was the first in-person consultation that I had. And I was like, okay, you seem to know what you're doing and you seem pretty cool. So let's get the ball rolling because we want to be in our place as soon as possible. So not too long after that first consultation, she brought in her general contractor that she likes to work with and swears by. So he came and took a few measurements to give me quotes on everything that I want to change. I told him everything just because I wanted to see an idea on how much things would cost, because really, cost is the main determining factor for a lot of things in my life, as any other normal person. So here's a list of things I told him I wanted to change. Adding a laundry room door, a microwave nook, bigger sliding door in the living room, French doors in the dining room, the second bathroom tile change, because a lot of you didn't like that I didn't like the green tile, but I've already decided that I'm not going to change them, but I was curious to see how much that would cost. Adding primary bedroom French doors, adding 2 windows in the primary bedroom, adding a tankless water heater, because to put in the windows, we need to remove the normal water heater that's there and put it somewhere else. Adding a pocket door on the closet, adding a pocket door on the bathroom, adding a floating shelf on the vanity backsplash, removing the black border thing in the shower, and adding garage windows. It's a pretty hefty list, but I'm not going to do all those things at once or even at all. Eventually, the contractor came back to me with estimates, and then I used that to ultimately decide what I really wanted done and really what fit into our budget. So this is what we are changing: the laundry room door, the microwave nook, bigger sliding in the living, French doors in the dining, primary bedroom French doors, adding 2 windows in the primary bedroom, adding a tankless heater, and adding a floating shelf on the vanity backsplash. So for the labor, the materials, and the other things that I need to provide, the windows and doors. So an estimate for all of that is going to be around $75,000. Now that does not include my interior designer's fee. I believe she charges $150 an hour, and she's projecting to work between 30 and 50 hours. So let's add in an extra $6,000 in there just in case. But again, I won't know how much everything is actually going to cost until everything's said and done. But of course, I will update you on that. My interior designer also sent over a spec sheet of windows and doors she recommends, as well as some microwave options, so I can start to get a better idea of the price of all those things and work it into my budget. She recommended these doors and windows from this company called Pinkies, and oh my god, I fell in love. They just had so many options, they looked so cool, and it really was exactly what I was looking for. So we went down to their showroom out in Vernon to go check them out in person, and initially I thought I wanted these types of French doors with the smaller window panes, but I ended up going with these doors that have slightly bigger panes just because, I don't know. I thought they would be too modern, but then when I saw those in person, they looked too small. So I'm like, you know what? Go big or go home. For the living room, we're gonna do a bifold sliding door. And these are cool because you can use the first pane as a normal door instead of having to slide it all the way open when we just need to let our dog Charlie out or something. We also looked at some door handle options. You can either go with the ones they sell or get them from a third party, but just to make it easy on ourselves, we went with theirs. And we also looked at some windows and probably are going with something like this. Their whole showroom is staged so nicely and the windows and doors are beautiful. And if I were to pick one thing that I'm most excited about implementing, it's definitely these doors and windows because they're gonna look so good. So good. Let me quickly show you the doors and windows that I ended up ordering. Now, these doors are expensive. So expensive. So the doors in the dining room are gonna be the Air 4 double flat. It's gonna be as wide as the window that is in there right now. I think it's just a few inches wider, but it's gonna look so good. For the living room sliding door, we chose the Air 4 bifold. I believe we went big with this one. I think we got 144 inches by 84 inches. It's gonna be massive. Last but not least, my favorite door we're gonna put in is this Air 4 with side windows, double flat. This isn't what it's gonna look like. The side panels are gonna be a little wider. They're gonna probably be almost just as wide as the two center panels. I'm just trying to bring in as much light as possible. As for the windows we went with, I don't think they have a good picture of them here. We got two of the Air Window OV2H single casement portrait. They're gonna be skinnier and taller, so they'll kind of look like this. So those are the ones I decided on. I think I spent close to $30,000 on windows and doors, but they were on sale. So I'm glad I got them when the getting was good because otherwise, oh my God, so expensive. For the microwave nook, I wanted to show Sean a microwave drawer in person because he really thought it would just be us putting a microwave in a drawer. He's like, why would we do that? He wasn't on board with it. So we went to an appliance store and checked them out in person and he was sold. Now these things are expensive. They can range from $1,200 to $2,200. However, I did read online that Sharp manufactures all microwave drawers. And then it just lets other brands like Thermador put its name on it. So I don't know if it's important to keep all of our appliances matching and consistent, or if it's just a waste of money. It's probably a waste of money, but all our appliances in the kitchen are Thermador brand, so I don't know if that's important to keep them the same. I really don't know. Also, since our laundry room is small, I decided to go check out some compact washer and dryers while we were at it. This one is from the brand Meal. It was cute, nice and compact. It was the perfect size, but it only came in white. I just think black or gray or silver appliances look so much more sleek. But I'm still undecided on what I'm going to do with the washer and dryer situation, but luckily I still have a little bit of time. These are the ones that I have currently. I bought them when we were in Austin because there wasn't a washer and dryer in that rental. And since they were brand spanking new, I decided to hold on to them. So they're just sitting in our garage right now because this place already had a washer and dryer. But I don't think they're gonna fit. They're just too massive. I know some of you had commented that I should just make the laundry room into a pantry and move the washer and dryer somewhere else. But I think that would take some plumbing reworking to do, and I don't know what room I would put them in. So it is an option. I just don't think I'm gonna do that now. Also, there's just so much storage in the kitchen already. It just seems silly to me right now to add a pantry when there's only 2 people living there. Maybe once we have kids and stuff, I'll need it, but in the meantime, not right now. But maybe in the future, I don't know. Since the only thing I decided to change in the primary bathroom was adding a floating shelf to the vanity backsplash, my designer went to go check out some slabs. We weren't sure exactly what material it was, but she was able to find what looks to me like an exact match. The only thing is that it's a full slab, and I really only need a piece of it to do what I want to do. So if I need to buy the full slab, I'm probably just thinking about doing a niche in the wall, something like this, using that same material. It looks very luxurious. Or my designer gave me an idea to just make like a side table out of it, maybe a coffee table or something, but I don't know. We're still looking into that. We ended up deciding on holding off on adding windows to the garage for now because, oh my God, windows are so expensive. Also, we decided to prioritize like the necessities first, and all the necessities are in like the main house and not in the garage where Sean's office will be. We're also running out of time and we want to be in there pretty soon, so it's just better to work piece by piece. There's plenty of room in the main house to put Sean's office in the meantime, since it's pretty dark in the garage, but I don't know. We'll see. Once we get in there, we'll really see what our needs are. So yeah, that's kind of it for interior updates. I also need to do like some landscaping stuff because I'm worried once it starts raining, this decomposed granite is just going to be a big mess and slide everywhere. I also want our backyard to be more lush and not just like succulents, because we're not in Arizona, we're in California, people. I mean, not that I don't love the look of decomposed granite and succulents. I think it can look very cool, but it just doesn't seem very practical on a very steep slope. So I want to add more plants like sage, lavender, or thyme, or something that will like actually hold on to the earth, because we live on a hill and really need some sort of erosion control. All right, friends, that's all I have for this week. Be sure you are subscribed because I'm going to have a lot more house updates coming to you. In the meantime, between house updates, I'm thinking I'll post a Lululemon haul next week. And then also, I think I'm going to introduce a new makeup series I've been thinking about. So hope you're into that. If not, just stay tuned because I'm going to be cranking out videos left and right this year because one of my goals is to get a YouTube plaque. So expect to see a lot more from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you later.